As far as the Kandivalak program goes, no such mass eye testing program has been conducted in the history of our country. Kandivalak means light for the eyes or a torchlight showing the path. Today, with this public meeting, we are showing the path forward for the nation. It is a matter of great pride to once again be here in Telangana, the land of people's struggles. It is the heroic struggle of the peasants of Telangana in the late 1940s which placed the issue of land reforms on the agenda of the country. Several such people's struggles taking up diverse issues were waged as part of our glorious national movement. It is subsequent to centuries-long such struggles that our country won its freedom from the colonizers. However, today we have a peculiar situation in which a political formation that was not part of our national freedom struggle is in power in the country. The followers of those who tendered unconditional apologies to the colonizers and promised to serve the imperial crown are at the helm of affairs today. They have been and remain antagonistic to the values of our anti-colonial struggle. Ideas such as secularism, democracy, federal structure, social justice and equality were championed through it, and subsequently they were included in India's constitution so as to uphold the values championed by our freedom struggle. Since those in power now were not part of our collective struggles then, they do not know the values on which India has been built as a sovereign democratic republic. So, they seek to alter the basic structures on which our modern nation has been built, even as they call for celebrations such as Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav to commemorate the 75th anniversary of India's independence. Amidst the glam and glitter of these celebrations, they seek to undo the very foundations of our country, our democracy, and our constitution. Our constitution starts with the preamble in which we have enshrined the basic values that we uphold as Indians: sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic, republic, justice, liberty, equality, and fraternity. By signing various international defense agreements, they go against the concept of sovereignty. By allowing the concentration of wealth through consistent appeasement of corporates, they go against the concept of socialism. By seeking to replace parliamentary democracy with presidential form of governance, they go against the concept of democracy. By enacting laws which divide the people on communal lines, as in the case of the Citizenship Amendment Act, they thwart the concept of secularism. After the preamble comes part 1, in which we define India. It states, India, that is Bharat, shall be a union of states. The states are the basic units of India, our country. It is the union of states that creates India, our country. That is why India has a federal structure. Yet those in power think that we are a unitary state. We need to remember that their predecessors had promised to declare India as a unitary state in their manifesto published in the run-up to the 4th general election held in India in 1967. The union government is consciously trying to destroy the country's federal structure Repeatedly, laws are being enacted by the Parliament on subjects in the state list in the Constitution, be it law and order, agriculture, cooperation, power, or so on. Bills that infringe upon the rights of the states are being enacted into laws, even without seeking the opinion of state governments. Even while entering into international agreements that affect the states, the union government does not inform state governments, let alone seek their consent. Slogans such as "One Nation, One Tax," "One Nation, One Uniform," "One Nation, One Election" are all attacks on federal structure. When states try to mobilize resources through additional alternative sources, the union intervenes and sabotages such moves. On the one hand, the right to avail loan is curbed, and on the other, the additional resources are sealed. Along with this, the funds that are made available to the state by the Constitution too are denied. Such attacks are most acute in the states that are ruled by governments that are opposed to the BJP-RSS campaign ruling the union. We are seeing it in Telangana as well as in Kerala. Attacks against the states' rights and powers are being carried out even by politically misusing the office of governor. Widespread efforts are on to take control of the higher education sector through the governors in their capacity as chancellors. Assent to legislations that have been enacted by the state legislatures are being withheld. Such affronts on the supremacy of state legislatures weaken not just our federal structure, but even our democracy too. Democracy should be protected if the values that we fought for are to be secured. We do not have any option but to resist these moves more unitedly. The weakening of our parliamentary democracy is evident in the way in which our parliamentary norms and precedents are being bulldozed. Bills are being passed without adequate discussions or calling for division in the parliament, and this weakens our parliamentary democracy. All ethics and norms of democracy are being violated. Governments that have come to power in the states by winning a majority in the assembly elections are being toppled through horse trading. Such unethical efforts to form governments in the states weaken the very foundations of our democracy, which is based on a multi-party system. Such a multi-party system is essential if we are to preserve and promote our diversities while remaining united as one. Unity in diversity is the most cherished of India's ideals. It is what has defined us as a nation right from the days of our freedom struggle. India's varied languages are the expressions of our diversities. Our mother tongues are part of our cultural identities. However, efforts are on to portray Hindi as the national language while sidelining all our native languages, be it Telugu or Tamil or Kannada or Malayalam or Bengali or Odia or Assamese or Punjabi or Urdu or Gujarati or Kashmiri and so on. Imposing Hindi by doing away with our mother tongues will affect the